What up, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about the sample that I got from Erba Pura by Xerjoff, 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 something like that. But anyway, it's supposed to be very popular, Erba Pura. So I am going to be testing it out. By the way, I have a lot of samples that I just got sent to me. There's 3 more bags right there, but one thing I recommend is if you haven't tried a cologne and you want to actually try it, or a fragrance, and it's super expensive or you don't know how it's going to be, I recommend, I'm going to put in a link below, click it. You would get these 0.75 vials that are milliliters, so it's good for 7 to 10 sprays, or in this case you got to be very careful to open it, but dab it on. But it's about 7 to 10 dabs, if you want to call it that. So they're kind of tricky to open though. I don't know if you can see it, but if cap falls, then there goes that. So something like this will run you about $3 or $4. Now, if you want to get Louis Vuitton Imagination, that's going to be like $8. But obviously, Creed Event is also $8. Layton, those Mind Games, anything that's niche or designer fragrances is going to be more expensive. So, anyways, long story short, I got this Erba Pura. So I am going to look at it and see how Xerjoff is gonna react. All right, so it's supposed to be very citrusy and juicy fruits. So think like oranges, lemons, tropical fruits, a little bit of pineapple, maybe even mango. It's supposed to be vibrant and very sparkling when you first spray it, in this case, when you first dab it. But what makes this stand out is supposed to be its first few minutes. So it's supposed to be smoothie, creamy, like a white musk, vanilla, a little bit of amber. The sweetness is supposed to be very rich and addictive, is what they describe it. So it's supposed to be the luxury summer energy. So think Mediterranean, yachts, sun shining, fresh fruit drinks, margaritas, you're hanging out with people. The vibe this fragrance is supposed to create. So let me go and dab it on and we'll go from there. All right, not too fan of the dabbing experiences, but again, you're paying like $3, $4 for these. So what do you expect? All right, let me make sure. Oh, wow. Good thing I double checked that it could have spilled all over the place. Last thing I want is this mixed in with all the other ones. Anyways, nice and packed, closed. I know the first 2 minutes of this video is me opening and closing this, but hey, again, at least I didn't pay full price for this, right? And I'll put full price in whatever it's at, but I recommend, if this is good, which I'm gonna give the verdict. All right, so let's see. I've already dabbed it here on my wrist, so let's check it out. I can smell musk, vanilla, amber. I'm not really smelling fruit though. I do smell candy, so like a little bit of sweet cotton candy. I can definitely smell that. It's more like a fun vibe. Hey, I'm a jokester or something like that. If you're wearing a suit, like a Tom Ford suit or an Italian suit and custom tailored, and you got nice dress shoes on and a nice shirt with cufflinks and all that, it comes off very expensive. But if you're wearing it like a normal person, you're dressed like me and you're going out, hopefully minus the hat, but if you're going out, then it's a unique smell to it. But I would say I could see this lasting maybe a couple hours on the skin, 2 to 3 hours, depending on how fast you're sweating. So if you're the type of person who sweats a lot, it might even last 2 hours. But if you're normal, wearing it during the daytime, summer, definitely during fun. So you got to be outside. This is not an office. This is not a date. It's too sweet to be very fruity, and sweetness to be like a date fragrance. So think like warm weather, summer, nights out, vacation, social settings. It definitely grabs attention because, again, it comes off like very fun. To me, it comes off very clownish. Imagine like if you're not dressed in a tailored custom suit, it comes off like very clownish. You got balloons and you're looking around and trying to mingle. So it's kind of hard to put a verdict on it, but 1 to 10 for the price. And again, I'll put the price. I forgot how much it is. So I would say with the sample, obviously $3, $4, but with the actual price of it, so I looked it up, 3.4 ounces of this, which is a normal bottle size, goes for about $290 at Nordstrom or Sephora or Ulta or whatever you find these, or Macy's. So about $300 for the 3.4 ounces. And again, if I smell it, I would not pay $300 for this. So if you, again, are 2 choices. Option 1, you come off as a joke, like a fun clown. Or if you're dressed up and you look really nice and elegant, this definitely matches that style and scenery, but it depends on your style. So I would say if you're rocking the suits and everything, I still would not pay $300 for this. And if you want to look like a clown, I still would not pay $300 for this. So the verdict, 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm just not really a fan of it. But If you do want to check it out for yourself, I'll put a link for this vial, again, $3-4, so you can test it out. Or go to the mall and just try on the tester if you find it. Sometimes they're hard to find or they're sold out, especially if you live in Los Angeles, New York, or Miami type of setting, or Vegas. People like to buy expensive stuff really fast. But if you want to check it out, check the link. By the way, please comment, subscribe, and like this video so that you know more of them, because I'm basically spending my money to try to get the word out with reviews that are honest. So I would appreciate that. But definitely not worth $300. Definitely check out the vial in the link. Also put a product image somewhere in here in this video too, so you can see what the actual product will look like with the 3.4 ounces. But verdict 7.